Hold on, yeah, buddy. Y'all know I got to take my break earlier. Let's talk about this real quick. Hey, hold up. So it's apparently true that WWE was sold, and it's wow. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That's crazy. So from what I hear, I'm not 100% because I've just been reading up on it. Basically, it's gonna be purchased by Endeavor, which is a talent agency and a holding company, and they're supposed to merge with the UFC, which Endeavor purchased a few years back, and they're going to do a company together or whatever like that. So rumors are saying that the deal is supposed to make 21 billion. That WWE was bought by 9.3 billion. That's a lot of numbers and zeros and figures to be buying out. So that's what it is. I don't know much of the logistics of it. Besides that, Vince wants to still be chairman of the WWE side or whatever. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but know that this merger with the UFC and the WWE, whatever company they do, uh, Endeavor has 51%, so majority ownership. This is pretty big, and this is pretty crazy. So I did do some research on Endeavor, and WWE has done business with them before, especially with properties to do with the WWE network when they had the network and stuff like that. So they're kind of familiar with them, but the talent agency basically is a big talent agency, and they can hold assets, they can hold trade secrets, they can do a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the things when I looked it up, I was like, they can hold trade secrets and certain assets and intellectual properties. That means that it is less likely for lawsuits to happen. So that's another thing. Like, everybody knows the situations with Vince McMahon and all of this other stuff and all that, man. So now it's just he wants to be on top, not like that, but maybe like that because he nasty. But still, it's to the point to where he would give up majority ownership of his company so another company can withhold certain things that pique interest and pique questions for investigations and litigations and stuff like that. Outside of what ex WWE wrestlers want to say and stuff like that, now they have the option to disclose that if they want to. I can't say it's 100% litigation proof though. I cannot say that. But with Endeavor, it's a big agency that does things with major companies and things like that, and usually they own a big majority of it. Like a lot of people think that Dana White has purchased WWE. That is completely false. UFC is owned by basically Endeavor, and you can be the president of a company and still not be the owner of it. You get what I'm saying? You know, I can drive a horse, I can drive a car, but if I have a note, the car still technically does not belong to me. It belongs to somebody else who purchased the car. You get what I'm saying? That's the best comparison I could say to what it is. Now with WWE, they didn't really need it, but like I said, Vince wants to be the man. Vince wants to be there. He wants the ownership of it. So he will own a company that he kind of owns, if that makes sense. I kind of own a car if it's on the note. You kind of own a house if that. You get what I'm saying? But if you have complete ownership when you purchase it all the way. So they sold it. So this merger in the future, I don't know exactly what it means for wrestling and for MMA and stuff. I can totally see it being interesting, but I can also see it corny. I can see UFC stars in a house with WWE stars for like reality shows. The network did something like that, and low key Endeavor probably put them to it. And I used to have a lot of stuff, like Camp WWE, Legends House. They used to do pranks, interviews, exclusive shows, and stuff like that. I can definitely see them doing that with UFC and MMA because a lot of UFC and WWE superstars, they argue with each other back and forth about what's real and what's fake. I make this, I make that. Dana has said stuff about Vince. Vince, probably heard it. So now you can do that. A lot of people are joking. They're talking about Brawl for All, which would be funny and stuff like that. But it's interesting. As long as I see great content with wrestling, I would never sell my business like that. But this is what people do when they want to protect some of the sins and the bad things that they done. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes people do get old. You know, if you want to get old and you want to sell your company because you don't want to do it anymore, then that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and be like, hey, you need to sell your company or whatever like that. But we know why this is happening. So 49%. That's not 50%. That's 49%. So this is what I've got so far about what Endeavor is. You could check it out yourself. They do a lot of things: entertainment, music, modeling, like a big talent agency for multi-million and billion-dollar companies and things like that. But obviously, to me, the main thing for WWE is to get out of litigations and stuff like that. Because now, not only is this a merger, supposed to be a merger between UFC and WWE, they're also going public. So now there's going to be stocks and stuff. But going back to having the assets and the intellectual properties, you can sell whatever you want to sell. You can share whatever you want to share. I'm not that business savvy, but this is what I got from only reading for a few minutes and stuff like that. So if other people can understand it better than me and break it down to me, then let me know. What do you guys think? You know, is this the end of wrestling? Is AEW finally number one? What are they going to do? Are we going to get a wrestler MMA house? Are we bringing back the Brawl for All? What do you guys think? Hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you guys. This is Chris Classic. Whew, let's take it home.